Hey, good afternoon, guys. Got a little microphone stand set up here. Um, just testing it out. I think it sounds pretty good. Like I said, I wanted to kind of start a podcast and a lot of other things. Um, you know, trying to find out what I can maybe try to do financially to support myself and my family and might have to go back to work. Not sure how that's going to work out with all the issues that I still have. But one of the things I've been looking at is maybe starting a stock trade. Is there any people that are floxed or have fluoroquinolone toxicity that maybe were stock traders before they got floxed or started stock trading? I'd like to know. Leave me some comments. Let me know. Um, Want to maybe learn how to. I mean, I've traded before, um, made a few small profits, but some people do it for a living. Got something in my eye. Also, I know a lot of people that are just Googling just like I was when I first got floxed and ran into the fluoroquinolone videos. Um, Probably running into my channel. Just fix this here. Check out the Virgin Mary I got back there. Put that up, when I was feeling bad. Yeah, so if you're running into this channel and you're just starting out, you just got floxed, just figured out you got floxed. The only real good advice that I got, I mean, I never really found cures or things that really helped besides, like, stuff that's not good for you, like painkillers, stuff that'll kind of make you drowsy or fall asleep, stuff like that. I mean, you can't just, be high all the time or messed up. I don't like that, so that's why I don't take, painkillers. I was given painkillers before, but I didn't like it. I did say in a previous video one time I went to the emergency room. I mean, I was just feeling so bad, I couldn't take it. They did give me morphine, and it. I still remember it like it was yesterday. And my brother took me when I got out, and we're walking towards the car. Um, I told my brother, I'm like, man, this is the most normal I have felt in a long time. I thought it was over. I was like, man, this is it. I think it's cured. Have you ever had something like that happen where, your ear hurts or something, and then all of a sudden it fixes, and you're like, oh, it's over. It's good. It's not gonna happen anymore. Or you have a headache and then it goes away. Well, that's how I felt. But you can't take morphine. I was just, telling you. One of the things that I felt. But you know, probably the best advice I can give you is just to hopefully have a supportive family. Um, that goes a long way. Your wife, your husband, or whoever you're with, or your parents. I mean, I got pretty close to my mother because I was pretty sick, and my brother too. So I wasn't feeling good, and sometimes just having them around, even if you're not feeling good, makes you feel better. Um, that and these support groups. Excuse me, these support groups on Facebook. Where you can message them and get feedback. So if you're just watching this, that's probably the best advice. I mean, I've tried magnesium. I've tried the magnesium spray. I've tried CBD. I think CBD kind of helped with the sleeping. But I was kind of cautious with it because, it's not tested. They say it could damage your liver. Not that it's bad. People are taking it, they're taking it. But I was just very cautious. I'm very cautious now after what happened. And didn't really help for much more. So So I kind of left it alone. And I'm thinking it helped with the sleeping. Who knows? I might try it again, but I'd like to maybe, you know, have some more studies done on it. Because, when I was buying it, I would go to the CBD shop and they'd be like, oh, take 3 of these big droppers and put them under your tongue. And I was like, well, from what I read, it can also be bad for you. There's a lot of studies out there, a lot of literature out there on Google, so you got to be careful with that. But there's people that have been taking it for a long time. They seem to be doing fine. So just something I personally have caution with. Miralax helps for the constipation, and it kind of, because a lot of people I think have stomach issues. But the thing is, and I want to try it again. A lot of people say it's bad because it's also made by Bayer, but I want to try it again. I wasn't feeling good when I was taking it. This was in the very beginning. I mean, I would feel sick. My heart rate would go up when I would take it. So I don't know. They say it's kind of natural, but then again, it's synthetic. So I don't know. You're going to go through a lot of things. I mean, at one point, I found that in the very beginning, I couldn't eat spicy food. I'm Hispanic, so I eat a lot of spicy food. And once I was able to tolerate it, because I'm telling you, if I tried to eat it, I'd feel sick. Not like, oh, it's burning me, or I got to go to the restroom. No, I literally felt like I was being poisoned. But once I was able to start tolerating it, I was helping for a while to, help me be regular. But I think it was also messing up my esophagus from eating it all the time, and so it had its benefits. So there are some some I guess over the counter things that I saw on some of these chats where there was these pills I guess you were supposed to take to help you use the restroom, but a lot of them had like cayenne pepper or something. So I think in general, just spicy food kind of makes you want to use the restroom. Um, and it's about it. I want to maybe get on here more. That's why I got the microphone and the stand here. And like I said, I'd like to talk to some other people that are floxed, give as much advice as I can. At this point, I don't really think I can do very much. But I'm here. If you guys want to chat, you can reach me at rammoney682@gmail.com and let me know. I mean, if you've gone through some of the things. Also, some of the things to expect or to know of your flocks. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff on Google or Facebook. People making their own lists, which are all pretty true. But just to kind of give you some of the stuff that I went through. Panic attacks, like really, really bad panic attacks. Tendinitis in the ears. And when you don't know what's going on, you think sometimes you're having palpitations and stuff. You don't even know what's going on, but sometimes it's just tendinitis. I got a lot of throat infections, like in my tonsils, back after back, for like the first year. My eyes were burning for like almost a whole year. Like they were red and it just wouldn't go away. I would see eye doctors. My vision got a little bit bad. I would use drops. Nothing fixed it. It finally just went away by itself. Still got pretty good vision, but I think it kind of damaged it a little bit. Not to the point where I use glasses because I've pretty much got 20/20 vision. What else? Pain everywhere. Unexplainable pain everywhere. Some people say it's fibromyalgia. Some people say it's, I don't know if it's the same thing. What they call that? Small nerve neuropathy or something. I'm not sure. But you get pain everywhere. Severe headaches, like to the point I've had headaches like that recently in March when I got COVID. But these headaches are, I think they might have even been worse than that. I mean, COVID gave me some of the worst headaches. I really thought my head was just going to blow up. But the headaches I'm speaking of, I mean, I can remember at the time they gave me morphine. Like, I couldn't take it. I had such a severe headache, and I've never had headaches in my life. I've never used Tylenol, never had. I mean, I've had a hangover and stuff like that back in the day, but never had headaches. Not like that. Um, Weakness for that first year, uh, to second year. Um, I didn't have any strength. I was going to church to pray to get better and stuff like that. Trying to fix it every way that I could, and I could not even raise my hands when everybody was raising their hands. Even now, I kind of have a hard time, but it was just like if you had your hands up for like 10 hours, like it just hurt so bad. Um, I remember I tried to paint the back of the house. It's got wood, and because I was thinking I wanted to start a painting business. I bought a painting machine. This was before when I still didn't know how bad this stuff affected me, and everything that I tried to do, and even now, um, I would have to stop because it just anything physical is kind of hard on you now. Um, Not sure about a lot of people, but fast heart rate is something that I experienced. I kind of associate that with maybe your body trying to fight off whatever the Cipro did, because whenever you're sick, like when I had COVID, my heart rate was pretty high, but it's because it was fighting the COVID, and that's what the doctor said, the cardiologist. Um, what else? Sometimes you will wake up. I remember waking up sometimes, and keep in mind, I'm not working out. I'm still kind of walking. Also, your heels, um, they start to ache. I guess like your tendon. Something happens with your tendon there for a while. For about a year, I had a hard time walking because behind my foot, I don't know what you call it, your heel or something. Um, it just it was just in a lot of pain. Kind of got better. I kind of feel like some deformations there. I don't know if it messed with the tendon. Um, and sometimes you wake up to some really crazy stuff. Like I said, I didn't work out. I still moved around a little bit. Went to a restroom, went to the store. Sometimes I had a hard time because of all the panic attacks, and the sometimes I would wake up and my body would be so sore, and I mean, painful sore. Not like, oh, I just ran a marathon. Like, it hurt so bad. I can remember getting up a few times and that happening and just losing it, losing it to a family. Not losing it like going crazy, but like really like just sad and crying and stuff, just not knowing where the hell this pain is coming from, or can't even really walk. I was told before by a doctor in Dallas, because she said she was familiar with it. She said she had a friend that this happened to, and she's like, I don't know why you're not using a cane or on a wheelchair. And I was like, well, I mean, I didn't want to get used to that. I mean, I'm still young, and sometimes I would wake up and like one time I woke up and both my thumbs were burning, like if I had stuck them in a socket. And I remember I went to like the doctor, uh, think like the next day, and she's like, oh, well, quit masturbating. She's taking it as a joke. She didn't help me anything. You didn't do anything. Some doctors treat you. Um, Also, I know one time I took Tramicin. It's like it's like Tylenol but stronger. I forgot what it's called, but it's for pain. And when I took it, all of a sudden my pinky felt like a dog just came and bit it off, and it was almost instant. And so, they say NSAIDs are not good for you. I think it was tramadol. I think that's what it's called. Um, I always have bad experiences with any medication. The fibromyalgia medication, um, you know, just a lot of crazy things. I mean, some of the things I can't even say on here, you know. Um, so yeah, so it's I don't think any of this is avoidable. Um, and I was told, by other people that were, have fluoroquinolone toxicity on a lot of these chats that, there's nothing you can do. They're like, just take it, just endure the pain. You get used to it. Um, like I just cope with it, and which is fine and all, but you still have that anger, because it's like, wow, they did this to me. I don't get no compensation, and sometimes you can't function. Sometimes I can't function. I don't get a lot of sleep. I sleep very little, um, and yeah. So I mean, there's a lot of things that it just took away from me when it first happened, and even now, I can't do everything I used to do. Have a hard time dealing with things, but I mean, it does get better. It doesn't get 100%, but it does get better. Um, a lot of people say to avoid using toothpaste with fluoride. There's a lot of alternatives. I think there's like an Uncle B's or something, and there's a few alternatives. But then again, I don't know how good that is for your teeth. I had a lot of um, teeth issues after this happened, and I developed a fatty liver. Had a lot of liver issues when all this first started. Now they kind of gotten better, but it's still bad. Did stop drinking, so you know just takes a lot from you. I mean, not that the drinking was something it took from me, but I didn't drink, to be an alcoholic. I drank socially, and now it's like you think about it, because if you do, sometimes you feel pretty bad. A lot of spasms, unexplainable spasms all the time, and sometimes they're accompanied by pain, a lot of chest pain. A lot of people that I've talked to reported having chest pain. I've gotten checked with my heart. Supposedly it's doing fine. So also um, find it very difficult to deal with stress now. Like if I start getting stressed out, I start getting pain, or kind of just get brain fog. And it's crazy because I just recently, this was a few months ago, I learned that that's a symptom of fibromyalgia. All this time I've been telling my doctor, all this stuff. From the very beginning, they wanted me to see like a psychiatrist, which I did, but didn't really help. Or and Yeah, from the very beginning, I've been telling my doctors all this stuff, and it's not like till the very end they're like, oh, well, that's symptoms of fibromyalgia, or those symptoms of IBS, which I found out also by myself that they're kind of accompanying each other. When you have fibromyalgia, you got IBS, which I've got IBS, and it's crazy because you go to so many doctors and they got different stories. They sometimes tell you, oh, well, you can, IBS is not curable. Try IBGuard, which is just some like holistic over-the-counter thing, and Miralax, and or go to another doctor, try Linzest, and Linzest got so many side effects, and it's a lot of stuff. But it's just the beginning of it. Keep tuned. We'll go over more things. Give me some suggestions on what you want to watch. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Talk to you guys later.